Hey everyone, welcome to Boson Forum. Amazing, we've got 3,900 people here listening. It's great to have you all here. We've got a great lineup for you today, and just want to introduce a couple of team members. We have Jonas Seiferth. Do you want to say hi, Jonas?
Hi, yeah, happy to be here.
And then we have Mischa Tuffield, our CTO.
Hello all, nice to meet you all. We'll speak soon.
And thanks, Mischa. And Gregor Borosa, my co-founder.
Hey all.
Hey. Okay, so in this session, we're going to reveal some of our roadmap and talk about the dawn of Metaverse Commerce. So Boson Protocol is all about decentralizing commerce. Our vision is to be the decentralized network upon which the future of commerce runs. And as you'll all be aware by now, it starts with the metaverse. And today we're launching our Portal product, and we're going to be talking you through the incredible technology that we've built to connect the metaverse with the universe and enable physical items to be sold as NFTs within the metaverse. But first, for those of you who don't know, let's give a little background on this fundamental problem that Boson Protocol serves. Okay, so one of the biggest problems in Web3 is the problem that smart contracts are disconnected from real-world commerce. What that means is, if a smart contract or a metaverse application wants to do commerce with the real world, it needs to rely on a trust bridge of some sort. And what we've seen in Web 2 is that these trust bridges end up getting captured by trolls such as Amazon, Facebook, etc. So let's unpack this a little bit. So this problem is what's known as an oracle problem. Now, the data oracle problem is a very familiar one to most people involved in crypto, and that's that smart contracts can't trust real world data sources. So if you feed a smart contract, a piece of data that's not true, it's actually pretty dumb, and it will just execute based on false knowledge. And so solutions such as Chainlink very successfully solved this problem by enabling smart contracts to connect with real world data. But there's a sort of another type of oracle problem, which is to do with real world assets. So if Mischa were to tokenize his car and I were to buy that token, that's great. But how do I know I'll actually get the asset as well? And that redemption, digital to physical redemption problem is the problem that Boson Protocol addresses. So what Boson does is it enables smart contracts to connect with the real world to ensure the exchange of digital assets and physical assets without relying on a centralized intermediary. And this is one of the foundational primitives of Web3. So to solve this problem, we've combined we've combined experts from across a number of disciplines. So in legal engineering, we have our advisors, Primavera De Filippi and Silka, working on the core dispute and legal aspects of this problem. With protocol design, We have Aditya Askangoa, who also works for the Ethereum Foundation, designing the consensus mechanism for ETH2. We have Nick Mudge, who's one of the best smart contract architects on the planet, co-developed ERC 998 for composable NFTs and also the Diamond Standard. And then on game theory, we've got two of the best game theorists in the world, Dr. Akaki Mamagaishvili, an algorithmic game theorist, and Dr. Zeynep Gertrude, who is a behavioral economist focused on crypto economics out of Imperial College. So Boson Protocol connects smart contracts to real-world commerce, enabling smart contracts to execute these real-world transactions, and also receive data on those transactions. So really kind of connecting the universe to the metaverse, creating like a trust bridge. Okay. And so our go-to-market strategy for Boson is firstly to have to establish a beachhead, and we're doing this within the metaverse for a number of reasons. Firstly, Boson uses NFTs encoded with game theory to enable these exchanges. So the metaverse and the virtual world that we've chosen is for our initial launch is Decentraland, and these NFTs are just sort of native to those worlds. Also, with the metaverse, there are significant trust problems and pseudonymous IDs, etc., all that make this the perfect the perfect beachhead for us. From that initial application, which we're going to talk to you about today, Boson Portal, which is in the metaverse, we will then be breaking out, creating products such as connecting to the likes of WooCommerce and Shopify is existing e-commerce systems with our Metaverse Commerce product, which will enable brands to sell direct from their e-commerce channels to sell physical products in the metaverse as NFTs. We say we're at this beachhead stage, but already we have overwhelming demand from brands, with both traditional brands and also Web3 brands, for us to enable this next stage. And then finally, the aim is to move to fully decentralized commerce, and that's what also in parallel the team are working on. And this is then where we disrupt these existing e-commerce platforms with a decentralized ecosystem. So we're not building like a decentralized Amazon, a sort of monolithic application. What we're doing is fostering an ecosystem that's a bit like DeFi, that will then replace these monoliths like Amazon and Alibaba. Okay, so with that, I will pass over to Jonas.
Thanks, Justin. Yeah, so Metaverse Commerce. As we see kind of our lives moving more and more into virtual worlds and kind of the metaverse gaining more and more traction, we believe that kind of how we buy items online, essentially how we do e-commerce and shopping, will also move to these virtual environments. So kind of from today's paradigm, which is kind of 2D shopping experiences online, we will move to kind of fully immersive 3D commerce experiences. And this is what Metaverse Commerce is about. And the core question that we're solving for here is that what if the items you buy in the metaverse and in a virtual world are redeemable in the real world? So what we're launching today is our first Metaverse Commerce product, which is Portal. And Portal, next slide, please. Portal is this space for brands and partners to experiment with this new opportunity of bridging the physical and the virtual world with these commerce experiences that we enable. And today we're launching this in Decentraland, as Justin has said, and we're going to take a look into it later. But our future vision is to have a presence in every website, every virtual world, and every game. So we're not limited to one virtual environment or one game. And the proposition there is that you build a metaverse commerce experience once, and then you deploy it across different environments, different games, and different virtual worlds. How Boson fits into this is that we are this fundamental connector of the virtual world and the physical world. And essentially, we do this via the sale of physical items as NFTs. So I'm going to tell you a bit more about what we call physical NFTs that encapsulate kind of multiple experiences into one product. With physical NFTs, we have kind of this NFT collectible, a wearable, which is essentially the digital and virtual utility of the NFT, and a physical item. And all of these three things are essentially bundled into this physical NFT. Here you can see the space we're launching today in Decentraland, what we call Portal. Some nice pictures. Mischa, you can just give each picture like 10 seconds. So this is the environment we've built for MetaFactory, and here you can see kind of a sneak peek of what it looks like to sell physical products in the metaverse. And as this whole product is Portal, it revolves around kind of jumping into different experiences. And what you saw in the last picture here is our gamified experience that we're launching there, which Mischa is going to tell you a bit more about in the roadmap. Yeah, physical NFTs. So we're not kind of selling our own products here as a protocol, but we're working with great Web3 brands and partners across kind of different user groups, and essentially enabling them to sell physical items in the Portal space in Decentraland. And so you can see a few names here, and among them, what is super exciting, we will have MetaFactory and Ouroboros in Decentraland, and you can check out the spaces today. So this is the MetaFactory space, where you see kind of what we call the kiosk for buying these physical NFTs. And if you have a look there, we really rethought of what does it mean to buy physical items in the metaverse. Different to the current paradigm of like online shopping, you really rethink the user experience of going into the metaverse and what does it mean to buy kind of a fashion item in this virtual environment. Here you can see, if you flick back one slide, here you can see a wearable. So the Portal hoodie is also a wearable in Decentraland. So what we're doing there is bridging physical and digital experiences, kind of merging the two. And this is something that we're going to support with the protocol in our next iterations natively. Here you can see the hoodie, the MetaFactory Boson Portal hoodie that we're launching. And this is Ouroboros, one of our great partners that also has a beautiful space in Decentraland with a great attached gamified experience. And if you go further, you can see what this looks like. So you can see, kind of get a glimpse of what do these fully immersive commerce experiences look like and how does the interaction between brand and customer change. Here is the Ouroboros wearable that we will have for Decentraland. And so this is kind of one of the major items. We're gonna talk a bit more about it later, so stay tuned. We have more physical NFT drops coming soon, so we're, as Justin says, seeing a lot of demand from different brands to launch their own metaverse commerce experience. And we're super excited to work with these brands and kind of further extend Portal in Decentraland and then in other metaverses to support all this demand that we're seeing from brands to build these engaging commerce experiences. All right, so now we're going to talk, Mischa is going to give a bit more background on our roadmap.
Hello. Yeah, thanks, Jonas and Justin. So I'm Mischa, I'm CTO here. This is the first time I'm speaking to people externally, so I'm very excited. I've been here for a couple of months, and I just want to talk a bit about the growth we've seen internally, the capabilities which we've added, the team members, the talent we're attracting, and the output which we're outputting now. So this is all very exciting from my perspective. So at a high level, where we are now today is the portal launch, which is kind of in the middle of this graphic you're seeing. I will talk to you a little bit more detail about what's coming in the near future, but the amount of things which we're doing now, we've released the first version of our protocol as per the spec in the white paper, which Justin and Gregor wrote. We're very excited by that. It's live on mainnet. You can do digital to physical redemption using Ethereum. We're all very excited by that. The portal application launched today, which you guys can all see in Decentraland now. You can go walk around. We've got this idea of letting people complete quests and play games to be rewarded with NFTs, which give you priority access, will give you access to different sales of different items. And that's live within Decentraland as we speak. And that's just the stuff which has landed now. The stuff which we're working on, there's a whole work stream around the governance and DAO launch, which is super exciting. Hopefully something in the very near future will be landing around that. Talking about our path to decentralization. The idea is not to build another monolithic company. We're delivering, and I'll just go through the slides. So this is our cube game, which lands tomorrow. And this is a game and an experience within Decentraland, which people can play and they will receive NFTs. And in the future, these NFTs will unlock new and wonderful things. We're very excited about this idea of rewarding people, giving people NFTs and allowing those NFTs to unlock other experiences. We feel there's a vast potential in that. We're adding to our Guardian, the Boson Guardians program, which we have. So a liquidity mining program is launching imminently, where we'll be well, all you Boson holders can put your Boson to work, which we're excited by. As you can see, this gives you some indication to what that might look like. And we're also dropping, we told all the Boson Guardians that they would be getting some NFTs, and this is the profile picture NFT, which we're working on. We're again very excited that this stream of work is happening internally as well. And all of this stuff which we've been talking about is aside from the protocol. So we just launched protocol V1. We're excited by that. We've already put months of effort into protocol V2. We believe it's more elegant, it's less complex, it achieves the goals of allowing people to redeem digital physical. And where right now we are the sole seller and you come to us to use our protocol to buy things, the goal with V2 is to open up and make it more usable for other people to be sellers, to really truly build a protocol for people to do digital to physical redemption. So we're very excited by this. Now I'm handing over to Gregor.
Thanks, Mischa. It's really great to have you, and heartfelt welcome to the team. So V2 is really a generational step forward in our core protocol feature that is commercial exchange. But it's also a huge progress in some other features, very powerful ones that we are building around it, like these three. It's quite hard to overestimate their potential. They're really significant. So twinning, for example, is about the connection between the digital ownership and physical ownership. And it could work, for example, like once I would claim my physical item, only then I would get the item's digital twin as an NFT. Chaining is about preserving the trail of ownership across transactions, and so enabling a new buyer to review the NFT's past, giving him or her additional data around its history, which can potentially have implications on the pricing and so on. Think tokens alone will likely bring Boson to a whole new level. Think tokens are about bringing two important things to the items on Boson. One is liquidity and the other is price discovery when it's needed. It works by minting a special set of fungible tokens, for example, ERC20, for a particular thing. And those fungibles will be seamlessly integrated with the whole DeFi space and all its magic. That's three of our core powerful features on top, but there's much more. Justin, you want to wrap up?
Yeah, thank you, everyone. So that's an overview of all the incredible activities and products and code that we're building. And throughout today, we're gonna also be talking about some of the other aspects of Boson. So thank you, everyone, for listening.
So it looks like we're being asked to answer some questions. There's a questions panel at the bottom of Crowdcast.
Okay.
Yeah. Justin, do you want to take any of the ones at the top?
Okay.
There was a question around partnerships with top trainer brands, whether we have any or we're planning on it.
Yeah, I mean, we actually have an announcement of one of the top trainer brands coming pretty soon. I am not able to formally announce that yet, but yeah, I mean, the partnerships that we've got lined up are incredible, and in actual fact, obviously starting this, we thought, okay, let's hope this works. And we've now completely maxed out in terms of we're having to add resource in order to be able to kind of bring online all of these top tier brands. So it's just gone completely insane. So stay tuned for just, a whole host of announcements of the partners that we have. Okay.
Why did we pick Decentraland? Was another high voted one over Sandbox. We bought one of the biggest lands in Decentraland.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Jonas, do you want to pick that? I can do, but
sure. So we just see Decentraland as one of the kind of top and most advanced decentralized metaverses. And this was really, really important to us that we wanted to enable this experience in this kind of Web3 native and decentralized environment, which gives us the tools to build these great experiences. And what we found is with kind of the current metaverses that Decentraland was the best choice for us to build Portal. And we're looking to expand, as we said, across different metaverses in the future.
Brilliant. Let's pick another one.
There was a question around pricing, which maybe ties into Mischa. Maybe you want to talk about kind of the tokens we accept now in the protocol, that can be used to commit to offers?
Sure. And there was another question which got 5 votes around how Boson utilizes the network, ETH network, and costs and fluctuations of ETH. So I can answer both of those in one, actually. We're trying to be, so right now, the protocol which is live works using Ether, a stable coin, which we chose DAI, and with Boson, our own token. We already know, and we've already thought through how we can expand this list internally. And we're very happy with that, to be honest. So we do support, at launch, we knew that we always had to support a stable coin. And I think around utilizing the ETH network, as we can see, and I think Gregor spoke about this a bit when he talked through the Thing token, we know that there's a lot of infrastructure around ERC20s and DeFi on Ethereum, and we have some of the right experts internally in Nick Mudge and Cliff to help us figure out how the second version of the protocol will work well with all of this existing infrastructure and enable us to do things like price discovery, like the Unisocks phenomenon, I guess. But, just seeing if there's another question. Are any of these questions you want to take, Gregor?
Sure. I am aware we might be behind schedule. I don't know.
Okay. Well, no one said that to me. Okay, I think we can wrap this up then, if we're behind schedule.
Maybe a last one I can take is the question around kind of short-term and long-term vision of Boson. And so what we already had on this breakout strategy that Justin showed kind of coincides with our protocol roadmap. So what we've built right now in Protocol V1 is this first product, kind of the first MVP of decentralized commerce being Metaverse Commerce, and enabling kind of this portal use case. And then what we're going forward with long term is the next version of the protocol, and combining that with the different products we release on top of it. So what Justin said about kind of breaking into different metaverses, and from there breaking into decentralized commerce. And so with the features that Gregor touched on, we are really excited about the next protocol version in Q2 next year, and really looking forward to all the different use cases that this will enable, and all the different kind of projects that are then able to leverage Boson to kind of sell physical assets or acquire physical assets.
Yeah, thank you all for coming, and sorry about the technical glitches. One of our team members couldn't make it, but you'll hopefully be hearing more of them later.
Stay tuned for the next talk, next segment. We'll begin shortly.